Hello everyone, welcome to the newest edition of Team Johnson Outdoors. Today my son Kellen and his buddy Kellen are up in the Minocqua area fishing one of our favorite lakes. We have a little 7 species fish challenge on for the day, so stay tuned. Alright, the boys decided that the first thing they wanted to do today was take this little channel and do some bass fishing with some frogs. So they're both tossing frogs. Kellen Jay just had a blow up, but no luck. Bunch of blue-winged teal back here. We've been casting for bass for a while, and the boys each have a blow up apiece, so that's a good start. I thought I would take a second or two to kind of share with you our goals for the day. Goal number 1 is to catch some bass, right guys? Yeah. All right, these guys wanted to come up and catch bass, so that's goal 1. Goal 2 is to do the 7 species challenge. This lake has bluegills, crappies, perch, smallmouth bass, largemouth bass, walleyes, northern. It has muskies too, but we're not going to spend a lot of time trying to catch muskies today. But we're going to give it a shot to see if we can catch those 7 species. So that would be goal number 2. Goal number 3 would be to catch those species in sizes that we would normally consider keepers. As far as keeper sizes go, for bluegills, we usually go about 8.5 inches. For perch and crappies, 9. This lake has a 14-inch bass minimum, so we'll make that our minimum, and a 15-inch walleye minimum. So that will be our minimum as well. As far as northerns go, anything over 20 inches, 24 inches, somewhere in that range, I think we'd consider a keeper. We don't normally keep a lot of northerns, so we'll just have to see what we come up with. All right, so those are the goals for today. Catch some bass, catch a bunch of different species, and try to catch some certain sizes for some of the species. You guys ready to do it?
Yeah.
Yeah? Pretty thick pads, huh, Kellen? We went around and casted for a while for bass with no luck, so we came out to the main lake and threw it on the anchor. We're gonna put on some bobbers and see what we can come up with. All right, we didn't have any luck in the second spot either, so now we're on to the third spot. Fishing's a little tougher than it was the last time we were out here. We're on the board, boys. All right, first species, 1 of 7, definitely not 8.5 inches, so we're gonna let that one go. But we're on the hot spot now. You guys ready? Let's go.
Catch a bigger one.
Come on, let's go. How about you catch one? All right, boys, I caught number 2. Kellen's scaring the other Kellen with the leech. All right, third little bluegill on the board. 3-0. Hate to say it, boys, but that's number 4. Kellen G, what do you got?
Bluegill.
He's on the board. He's got a bluegill.
Yep.
Got a couple eagles up there.
Go back, make sure it's safe. Turn around. That's what we do.
That is cool. All right, so what happened there is we had a bluegill that we throat hooked, and we tried to let it go, and it drifted down away from the boat here a little bit, and these eagles were checking it out, and as you saw, one came and grabbed it. That's pretty cool. All right, Kellen J, what is the status of our fishing challenge today?
You and Kellen G have the bluegill done, and I have nothing done, and we are going in to eat lunch.
Okay. So we have a lot of fishing yet to do. Got a few more spots to check out. The morning here didn't go quite as expected, but that's fishing. I call it fishing, not catching. Right, guys?
Yep.
So it is what it is. We pulled up on shore, and we're going to have some lunch here. The boys are down on the fishing pier. Let's go see how they're doing. What's the report down here?
No one has not caught a single thing.
Oh boy, what you got there? Oh, that's a monster. Nice. That might be the biggest of the day, eh?
Yeah.
All right, and you guys claim you caught a perch?
Yeah, we caught like, you know the size that we catch in the minnow seines?
Yeah,
It was like that size.
about that size.
It was tiny.
All right.
It was like miniature. I must set the hook like this.
Just bobber with a trunk of worm.
Yep.
Bunch of hot dogs in there. And a couple hot dogs over there. Hot dog 1 and hot dog 2. All right. Put the bass there. All right, Kellen G on the net.
That's your.
Nice smallie. That's our 3rd different species now. We
Okay.
got bluegill, perch, and a smallmouth bass. We'll get a measurement on it. We're hoping maybe 14 inches.
Yeah, that doesn't look like 14 though.
Doesn't look like 14, I agree. Kellen G, what was the measurement?
Just short of 14.
Just short of 14. All right, so we're going to let that guy go. There he goes. We got one on. We got one on. What could it be?
Go flip it.
Flip it in here.
Yeah.
All right. Not a giant, but Kellen G. One more species off the board. Perch, bluegill, smallmouth bass, largemouth bass. We got crappie, walleye, and northern left. All right. Let them go. I got a bass. It's not very big. But it's a bass. Another small one. Kellen said that's 3 bass for me. I think that might be, yeah, 3. 2 largemouth and a smallmouth.
Yeah.
The bass bite has picked up pretty hot. There's another one. Not real huge, but probably the biggest bass of the day as far as largemouth go. Caught that one on a bobber with a fathead minnow. All right, they're getting bigger. That's the biggest one yet. Still not big enough to do anything with. So we're gonna let that one go too. The last handful of bass I've caught have been on this plain old clip-on bobber, about 2 feet down. And I've just been casting it up along the lily pads and up along down trees and letting it kind of sit there for a while with a fathead minnow. Probably not your conventional bass.
Whoa.
Oh, hey, there we go. There we go. All right, that's a good looking fish. On a jig?
Yep.
What'd you have the jig tipped with?
Fathead.
A fathead? All right, we're using fathead because we ran out of almost everything else we had. Did I hold that up here, bud? All right, it's a good looking fish. Good job. I gave my rod to Kellen G to hold for a second because he's snagged up. And boat flip. All right. Bottom of the boat's a bit of a mess.
Yeah.
But again, on that clip-on bobber, a couple feet deep, looks like the bobber slipped down over the fish here a little bit. We're really putting them in the boat now, except for Kellen Johnson, Kellen J.
Going for quality, not quantity.
Quality, not quantity. I like that though too. That's going to do it for this episode of Team Johnson Outdoors. We had a few goals in mind. Goal number 1 today was to catch some bass and have fun. Boys, did we get that done?
Yeah.
All right. Goal 2 was to catch 7 different species of fish. And what did we end up with, guys?
Largemouth bass, smallmouth, bluegill, perch. I think that's it.
Yeah, so 5.
Yeah.
We didn't catch a walleye. And we didn't catch a pike. That would have been, so 4. Because we didn't catch a walleye, a crappie, or a pike. The
We might
crappie
catch a-
kind of surprises
We
me.
might catch a pike on the way out.
Well, we might. The crappie surprises me because we caught a bunch of crappies the last time we were up here. So we caught 4. We didn't catch any that would have been big enough to keep, unfortunately. So they were all kind of dinkers, but we still had a good time pulling them in.
Give me a second.
I'll give you a second. Why?
Because I still have to hit my frog.
Hurry up.
I told you! Get over
Okay, get it back out there. Come on.
I'm trying to. I'm working on it. I swear to God, Kellen, if you catch up, it would be so bad.
So that is going to do it for this episode of Team Johnson Outdoors. If we catch anything else on the way out, we'll show you. Otherwise, thanks for watching. Stay healthy, and
We'll see you next time.
we'll see you next time. What time is it?
Time for lunch.